It's time for another episode of Local Roots. Hi, I'm Todd Studer. Children are going to be out tomorrow night, and again, just a reminder that when you're getting off work tomorrow night, the young people could already be out, and they're looking for houses with lights on. They're not looking for you. The excited kids will sometimes dart across the street, and just be extra careful when you're coming home tomorrow night. I wanted to talk a little bit today about, I went to an event yesterday. It was at the Mid-America Center. It was put on by Iowa West Foundation. It was called Council Bluffs Voices and Vision. And yes, this show is designed for the more rural communities that we have in our area, Southwest Iowa, Pottawatomie County, Mills County, and reaching out even farther. However, some of the things that were talked about yesterday, I think, apply to all of us who live in Southwest Iowa. And one of the main themes of the talk yesterday was to be proud of where you're from and to be proud of your accomplishments. I'm not talking about fake pride. I'm not talking about imagining things that don't exist, but truly being proud of where you come from. And we have this tendency to think that we're doing something wrong. And Council Bluffs is well known for this. And this was what they discovered, that when we talk amongst ourselves, we talk about everything that's wonderful here. But when we talk to people who are not from here, we kind of get disparaging of our own home. And I think that we can all have the tendency to do that a little bit. And I know where it comes from. It's we were all raised to be humble, and humility is a quality that we should all strive to. But being proud of where you're from is not necessarily bragging on something that isn't true. It's okay, and it's not a comparison. When somebody says that they're proud of their hometown, they're not saying that we're better than everybody else. They're just saying, look, I love where I live, and there's a reason why I live here. You think about Council Bluffs, it's a community of 63,000 people. Everybody has chosen to live in Council Bluffs, but yet they don't want to talk about the good things that are happening and how they have pride in the community. And that was the theme to yesterday. That leads me into what it is that I want to talk about for Lus Hills Media and Podcast, which is my company, and also my buddy Kyle with Tail Slate Agency. If you didn't catch the morning coffee show, we made an announcement that Kyle and I are going to be sharing a facility. We've gone together to share resources and to collaborate to be able to serve this area better. And we're talking about all of Southwest Iowa and reaching across the river into Omaha. I mean, come on, we're neighbors. And, I don't think that river is not a 50-foot wall. But this is an exciting thing that Kyle and I are starting. And just as I said, when I started these shows, I'm not even 100% certain everything that it can be. I know that I see potential. I see opportunity. I see my tagline now on my website as a return to local media. And local is what I'm talking about here, because too many media organizations have gotten away from local coverage. They'll say they're local, but what are they really doing when, I'm thinking of a particular radio station that thinks running national jocks that occasionally have to talk about where that particular radio station is at, but they don't live there, and there's no real connection to it, and you can sense that. It's what that industry has become, and it's why I got out of it. When I first started in radio, and I'm starting to repeat myself a little bit from a previous show from months ago, but when I first got into radio, I loved the local connection. I did this in the town that I was born in, was where my radio career started, Iowa Falls, Iowa. Tiny little radio station, had about 4,700 watts. When they were able to boost it to 6,000 watts, boy, that was a big announcement. But they were heavily embedded into the community, and they talked about what was happening in the community. And even the station manager was out quite often at different events and being a leader in the community. And it had nothing to do with how much advertising they happened to be getting at the time. They were still out there doing it because that was who they were. And that has stopped. And it has turned into, we're not going unless we're paid to be there. And people don't respond to that. And that's why I'm doing something different. And I know that Kyle believes the same way, that, we have a job to do. And that job is to promote this area of the country. We live in Southwest Iowa. We're proud to be in Southwest Iowa. I am proud to have the conversations that I have with people on this show. I am proud that I can be a conduit for those voices and allow them to tell their story in their way. It's not about me. It's not about me wanting to get my own views out. It's about celebrating the people and the places that make up our region here in Southwest Iowa. And I want to continue to do that. And that's what this new facility that Kyle and I are creating is going to be designed to do. It'll be a place where you can come and create things of your own, and we will be there to assist you. Kyle has a lot of knowledge about electronics and about how to market a business in an effective way. I watch some of the videos that he does, and then the way that he is able to push that out onto different platforms, and people see results. They continue to grow their business in that way, and he's getting bigger and bigger clients because of it, because he's seeing success. We're seeing success here. I am watching the numbers climb of total views and also subscribers to what it is that we're doing. And why is that? It's because we are putting others first. We are putting you, whether it's a listener or a viewer, and we're also putting the business owners, the community leaders, the service organizations. That's what we are here to celebrate, and that's what we're here to promote. And we will continue to do that. Yes, I love when sponsors come on. That's how I get paid, and it's how I am able to eat every day. And that's a big win for me when that happens. But that is the result of the work. That is not the goal. It is not do this, make the sale and then do the work. It doesn't. That's not how this goes. So I am incredibly excited that we're going to be bringing this space. It's going to be located in downtown Council Bluffs. It'll be right there on Willow Avenue in the brand new renovated park building. This building goes back to the 1920s, and a lot of the original construction is still a part of this. When they did the renovation, they saved it, and it still has its feel. It still has the history attached to it. And if you know anything about me, you know that I love history. I love the history of the area. Months ago when we did the park series and I was doing research into some of the different county parks that we have in Pottawatomie County, I just loved all of the information that I was finding out that I had never really thought of before and never bothered to go look up. And now we're seeing it. So this is what it means to have pride in where you live and what you do. And it really spoke to me yesterday. It wasn't the event from Iowa West. They've been doing this study for a couple of years, learning about how the community feels, how the community thinks, what is it that the community wants to see moving forward. And I wasn't expecting what I got yesterday. It was a bit of a cheerleader session. But I think that that's important to do. I think it's okay to understand that, by shining a light on the positive, the negative is less comfortable being around it. It's not that you ignore problems. You don't ignore what needs to be fixed, but that doesn't mean you don't celebrate your wins and your accomplishments. And I would encourage you, wherever you're at, to take a look at what it is that you have accomplished. Take a look at the progress that you've made. You know, I go to therapy, and something that my rock star of a therapist said, because he knows that I like to hike, and he knows that I've hiked in the mountains. He said, when you're hiking, you don't just put your eye on the peak if you're climbing a mountain and never look back. Every once in a while, you stop, you rest, and you look at your progress. And that's what the celebration part is, and that's where you take pride in what it is that you've done. It's not that the journey's over with. It's just that you're celebrating what you've already done. So I hope that you take a look at the different things that you have accomplished in your own life and in your own communities and feel a sense of pride about it. And it's okay to tell others and to brag a little bit on yourself. I got an opportunity yesterday to sit with my friend Blake Hunter. He's a realtor for Berkshire Hathaway Home Services, and it's obvious to me why it is that he is so successful at what it is that he does. You know, he knows the local market, and he makes it his mission to help you find the perfect place for you to call home. Whatever that looks like, he wants to be able to help you do that. He's even put together a podcast, and you can listen to episodes. He's been at it for a while. It's called Hunting Home, and you'll find it on Spotify. You'll find it on Apple. You'll find it across a lot of audio platforms, and also out on YouTube now on video as well. You know, he's got insights, tips, and all the latest trends in real estate. So if you're a first-time buyer, if you're upgrading or you're ready to sell, Blake Hunter's here to guide you every step of the way. His website is blakehunter.homes. Someone else that takes a lot of pride in our area is Travis Castle with Castle & Associates of American Family Insurance, your local insurance provider. They have home, auto, life, business, and farm insurance with 4 convenient locations, because when Travis was putting together his company, he knew that he had to come to where you were. So that's why he put in offices in Trainer, also in Council Bluffs, and he's across the river in Bellevue and in Elkhorn, which means they are truly local and in your neighborhood, ready to help you navigate the complexities of insurance today. We'll get Travis back on the show very soon to give us some more insurance tips, updates, what's going on in the industry, and different things that you need to be aware of to make sure that you have everything protected. So that will be coming up very, very soon. And somebody else that I know that's proud to live here is Travis Waldstein with AirServe Heating and Air Conditioning and Waldstein Plumbing. Travis and I are both Hawkeye fans, and our Hawkeyes are off this week, getting ready for Oregon next Saturday. But Travis talks a lot about having chosen to come here. We both grew up in Northwest Iowa, but we chose to be here in Southwest Iowa, and this is where Travis chose to raise his family, and he has 4 outstanding young men, sons, and also has a growing business that he's working with his son Hayden. That's in Waldstein Plumbing. And as I've said many times on this show, when integrity matters, and when doesn't it? These are the guys that you want to get a hold of. So if you go to airservecouncilbluffs.com, that's for HVAC. If you have plumbing needs, go to waldsteinplumbing.com, and they're going to be here to help you every step of the way. So I'm hopeful that you take a little bit of pride in what it is that you have already accomplished, and also pride in the vision that you have moving forward. That's what I took from yesterday's event, and it reinvigorated me as I got back out. And I'm not sure that when they started this entire thing, that was ultimately going to be the goal. But I'm taking it, and I'm going to run with it. And I'm very grateful for everybody at Iowa West Foundation and for all the other organizations that helped them put this together. I got to see Vivian and Michaela from Tandem Works were there. I know they've been heavily involved in this project, and it's always good when I see them out and about, because I know it's going to be a quality event, and that happened again yesterday. All right, more details will be coming up very, very soon on the new collaborator space that Kyle Randy and I are creating, and we hope that we will see you there. We will have a ribbon cutting eventually and an open house, and that would be a great opportunity to come and see it. Well, I'll keep you updated as we move forward. We'll get Kyle on and talk more about it and what his vision is. and just a lot of things exciting in the pipeline coming up. And I'm excited for what my company, Los Hills Media and Podcasts, is doing. As I said, a return to local media. And in my mind, it's about time. My name's Todd Studer. We'll see you back here tomorrow morning.